Chrissy breaks silent after the incident with her husband and her daughter. Queen Ifrica speaks and tackle major issue that we are facing in Jamaica.
On the island, you notice how everybody quiet and silence off and they move on and do them thing. A be a corruption go on in the background in the Maroon settings. You see what I say? And right now we are the roll call. You see the one the bowlers Maroon them, you know say funo time come now. Funo time up. A time for no move out of the way now. All of the Maroon them will fall under one the bowlers offspring will sell out the real resistance down at Jamaica, yeah, and have the devil line up to come take over the place. So to them I want to talk about our two big beasts them where we have in Jamaica, Jamaica Labour Right Party and PNP. And them are the two big beasts them where we have from our hand down here now. See America people stand up there and show them, say, I not really trump them a voting, but them a voting godliness and morality and rights for them children and the real reason why we supposed to vote in the first place. So Jamaica, our time for vote is coming up. They don't want to call the date because them know say the ground pensive. So we just want to say this to the eye them right now as me now think as me go along, me just talk right now because I have some things that me need to say. You see what I say? And as them come, them will come. The eye them notice that from a good while now we've been talking about the powers that the Maroons have in Jamaica. The Maroons are the decision makers of the country. They are the ones who all the governments ask for favors. Seeing the biggest and the most important, and all the different Maroon communities can come together because we're calling seriously for a meeting with all the Maroon communities, them Flagstaff Maroon is calling for a meeting with all of the other Maroon communities, them because there's a lot of negativities that is being spreading around in the Maroon communities, especially against Queen Ifrica name and the fact that I need to be taken out of the Maroon communities based on the fact that I am here to upset it and that I am here to cause wars in Jamaica and all that kind of stuff that they are spreading around my name in the Maroon community. None of the above is what is happening. What is happening is that there's a window that we can use to get back Jamaica, to get back the Maroon communities, them to have them sovereign rights before 2030 and before, and before the Republic form in Jamaica, where all our rights will be taken away from us, pretty much the very same things that America stood up for and voted against. We have the opportunity here to do it. Now, the beast that wants to come in is lined up behind both parties in two different entities. One want to stay and one want to come in. Now, we know what both parties did to us in terms of the JLP and the PNP and what they've been doing to us all this time in this country. None of them have our interests at heart. None of them really want to see Jamaica free. None of them really want to see Jamaica better. Now, Jamaica people have the perfect opportunity in them hand. It's either we are going to keep the history of our Maroons or we are going to abolish Maroon business out of Jamaica and have one Jamaica where Jamaica people govern itself. The only reason why we're saying, like for instance, in the community where I am, Maroon Town, Flagstaff. Flagstaff is the paramount community of Maroons of the whole entire world. All the members of the community know this. They know that this is the Maroon community that is head of all the other Maroon communities across Jamaica. All the other Maroon communities across Jamaica, they also know this. However, because of the paramountship that Flagstaff carries, none of them want to associate with Flagstaff because that would mean that the power of the people will come back into them hands here in Flagstaff because it is the unconquerable spot where the colonizers had to step back in down by that cotton tree they down a Packety. Now I am just talking from layman's term. There are a lot if you notice that there's a lot of allegiance being formed in some of the Maroon communities, but it is not the Maroon people that is forming the allegiance. It is the leaders that are going with the sellout of our country. These batch of leaders that we have in the Maroon communities are selling out us. They are selling out the Maroon communities and they are selling out Jamaica. And they're busy not caring who they're hurting or what the repercussions of it will be. And I am saying this with no fear because I am on the ground here in Flagstaff, where the people of Flagstaff is asking for their freedom from their leaders who have been manipulating them and using them autonomy to do all kind of foolishness over the years, and the people decide that they don't want that anymore and they want to handle their own affairs. And it is the biggest uphill task ever that I have ever experienced with people in the form of leadership, even in the very same individual that you heard me call his name loudly, which I will now label him as Wandy Bolas. I would not even call his name out of my mouth anymore. You guys can put your 1 and 2 together. That individual has now become one of the worst things that I have ever done in terms of calling out somebody's name loud to the world to say that they were willing to stand up and fight for what it means to have freedom in Jamaica for people, regular people, to live and to serve God the way how they want to. This individual have now gone rogue and is now spreading some rumors in especially this same community. I mean, it's a good thing that the people here are not in courts with the foolishness with them. See, they are now trying to tell the people of Flagstaff that I am here to spread war and that I am trying to look wars in the community. And when the community is calling for their freedom, now with Flagstaff having the autonomy and having the powers that Flagstaff have, again, go looking at the Iron Tarn book, it not tell no lie, seeing, it means that a lot of the decisions that are made in the country are made out of this space here, Flagstaff, see, because of the autonomy and the agreement with the British. The Maroon leaders do not want to acknowledge the Flagstaff community as the paramount community because of their different ties. So it's a lot of settlers, it's a lot of transatlantic slave trade Africans, is the Spanish Africans, as I said earlier, is Irish, is all these different families and entities that have settled here on the island for all these hundreds of years and have been feuding for all these hundreds of years and have had the people as their machinery, as who drives these powers that be. If the people stand up, and they stand especially with a Flagstaff Maroon and all the well-thinking Maroons of the country, they need to stand up to their leaders and tell their leaders that they're not into the sellout anymore and that they want freedom for Jamaica and for all Maroon communities. Or we have to get rid of Maroon out of Jamaica, seriously. On a big and serious note, if you feel in yourself that you are a true Maroon who was here fighting in the resistance, that's the reason why when you look into the Iron Tarn book again, it tells you all the different wars that have been fought on this island to protect the sovereignty of this island. And all these people that have come along have only stood and have power over the people. And especially in a community like Flagstaff where the people are willing to stand up and operate them own things. You have people who call themselves regents and who call themselves owners and who call themselves last names with autonomy, who feel like they can operate outside of the wish and whim of the people them. The people them say them want them freedom and them don't want give the people them freedom. When Flagstaff Maroon get them freedom, the whole of Jamaica, the whole of the world get them freedom. So right now, this morning, I am calling for an intervention into Flagstaff, so that the people of Flagstaff can understand that there are a lot of people out there who know the truth about the story of the Maroons here in Jamaica. People like Alex Muir Minot and all of these other scholars need to come talk the real truth about how the island set up and stop trying to be rulers forever over the country that do not want to rule us forever over them. And this is why Queen Ifrica is so lonely on this side. Because at the end of the day, it was about choosing people over all of the other things them were there if you choose. It was about standing with the people and standing with the truth of who we are. We can come out and talk the real truth and call the names of who you need to go find, you know. See? Because it's a real simple maths. See? It's a very simple maths that can free all of us, that we don't need. Jamaica don't have a government as we speak right now. All you see them running around there. The governments of Jamaica have expired since around 91 or so, something somewhere around there. Right? We don't have no government, and that is why they are trying, because the arrangement that was made with we are the British, the arrangement they over how long now. See, and this is why them broken them neck to our republic here, so that they can stay in power forever and keep you guys as slaves forever. Is this a Jamaica where The foundation of us was built on slavery, or the foundation of us was built on free people. Free people that was living here, early settlers that came along, even Jews, can be found hundreds of years before even the slave thing started in Jamaica. So if we have so many people settling here from so early on this island, how we get it to be a slave plantation where everybody must just roll over now, vote in PNP if you come let in sodomism and all the different things, keep labor right to keep we as slaves for the rest of our life with a dictatorship leadership, or with free people where we really be, we are going to stand up and make the world know, say, I know all of we down here are slave with them, they train to be slaves for the rest of our life. Or we are going to really stand up now that we have a...
Chrissy broke her silence and hear what she said. I want to take a moment to say thank you to all my family, friends and supporters who have seen all the messages and the well wishes. And I truly appreciate every single one of them. Your kindness and encouragement mean so much to me. Let's not forget that God is love, and His love continues to surround us all. This was posted on Chrissy's weekly blog. Everybody I expect Chrissy will come out and speak on the recent incident where occurred in her family. And I think at this time, Chrissy no owe nobody no explanation to come out and talk about or explain to the public or the world what is happening between her husband and her child. Right? She no owe nobody no obligation. Let the legal procedure take place, and whatever fear happen. We can't out here throw stone and I say she complicit in our go. Nobody really know what really take place. And make you watch the legal proceedings. As me say, if Seymour guilty and do, in go to prison. That me say.
Do you have a gut feeling that your wife, husband, girlfriend, or boyfriend is cheating on you? You notice small clues, but you want to know for sure without any doubt. Call or WhatsApp O.C.Private.io. I will investigate for you and bring you the hard proof and evidence you need. If you think another man is popping up at your gate, call me, let me investigate at 346-5395.
Like this video, subscribe to my channel,